You know, each time I stop at Kroger's, I forget to buy wine. So tonight, for Sunday night, Kroger flavored seltzer water mango. Cheers. It's definitely not wine. Welcome to another live chat. It's been a while since I've done something on a Sunday. I have no plans. It's been raining all day, kind of gloomy and cold, and yeah, so I thought I would jump on for a little bit. We have about a couple months left before the start of a new year. So I will try and squeeze in as many of these live shows as I can. I know many of you don't have a chance to, stop in the chat, say hello, ask a question because of different time zones. So I try to do these shows at random times. Hopefully someone will stop in and say hello, especially someone who normally does not have a chance. All right, let me look at the split screen here. It looks like we are good to go. Okay, excellent. Again, if you are in the chat and want to say hello, please do, especially if you are new. Let me know that you are new and say hello. If you have a question, I'll do my best to answer it. Okay, let's go on to first topic. First of all, I was listening to a new song by Duran Duran. They are celebrating 40 years this year, so happy anniversary. They released a new song called Anniversary. Duh. I was listening to the samples on Amazon. They sound like Duran Duran. They really haven't changed much in 40 years, so good for them, and happy anniversary to Duran Duran. I've never seen them live. I've seen videos on YouTube live. They look fantastic live, so check out Duran Duran. Okay, let's go into a quick topic here. I went car shopping, originally for my son, but I decided to give the Lexus, originally for myself, but I decided to give the Lexus to my son. It's a 2007, this is just a stock photo off the web. It's a 2007 Lexus RX 350. And originally shopping for myself, it's my car, the rust is starting to get to it. And if you live anywhere where there's rust, where there's salt, snow, salt, you are going to get rust. It doesn't matter if you spend $10,000 on a car or $110,000 on a car, it's going to rust. Mine was starting to rust. I figured it's time to move on. However, my son's mom bought a new car in new used car in 2019, and already having issues with her engine, with the turbocharger. So I said, "Here, Michael, this is for you. This Lexus is for you. Merry Christmas. Take care of Mom." And I thought it was the right thing to do. So if you are looking to buy a used car, anything by Toyota and Honda, that's the way to go. You can't go wrong. I've seen those cars hit 500,000 miles. If you search YouTube, there are cars out there by Toyota and Honda that can go 500,000 miles. So yeah, one thing about the car market, it's been crazy. It's been car prices have jumped since last year. Here's a little tip. If you are looking to buy a car, not a new car, but a used car, try to pick something that locally. I bought mine through a local mom and pop operation downtown, and they will have lower costs. You know, their overhead is less. They won't have as much to pay in, say, bills or taxes, real estate and all that stuff. So if you're looking to buy a used car, look into that, something locally. Try not to be that picky. The car place I bought downtown, they specialize in clean used cars. They tend to max out at about $10,000, this place downtown, maybe a little bit more. They had two Lexuses. One of my friends bought a black one. 2008, I think, Lexus L series. I think nowadays a Lexus L series car today, I think runs about $100,000. Anyway, he bought it. I think he paid less than 100 some thousand miles on a beautiful black. I call it the Blackmobile. Beautiful car, well maintained. He bought that one. Then I bought the silver one, like I said originally for myself, but I shopped for my son. I gave it to him since his mom was having issues with her car. So if you're looking to buy a car and you have some cash saved aside, not a lot of cash, but some cash saved aside, look into a local mom and pop operation car dealer. You should be able to find a better deal if you're willing to be flexible on the type of car that you are looking for. For example, I was not interested in a truck. The truck market today, the trucks are out of sight. The prices are ridiculous. I mean, cars in general today are ridiculous in price until we get past this pandemic and this chip shortage. But I had no interest in buying a truck, so that eliminated half the market, maybe more. Eliminated that, and they had like I said, they had two used Lexuses down there. And my friend bought the black car. I bought the SUV, and I had cash. We were able to work out a deal with my son's trade. So there's a tip. If you're looking to buy a car, not new but used, look into a local shop that will have less overhead, and you should be able to get a good deal. Hopefully, if you are looking to buy a car, an SUV, and not a truck prices. Let's just say that truck prices right now are arch-like, very unstable. I'm going to jump in the chat here and see who's here. It's 5:18 local time, 5:18 p.m. I'll stay on until I get hungry for dinner. Anyway, Timo was in the house. What's up, man? Just to let you know that I'm still here in the background, brother. Welcome. David Payne is in the house. Hi, David. Tim bought a 2021 Kia K5. It's 1.6 turbo in June. Wolf gray. It's a GT. Yeah, the Lexus I got my son is also a silver-ish. The light gray interior. They did some touch-up paint on it, some rust. Man, Lexus knows their paint. A can of paint, spray paint, was $90. What could I say? It's Lexus, so yeah. But Tim, keep an eye on the turbo. For some reason, turbos do not last long. I don't know if it's strictly the problem is regulated just to GM cars. My son's mother's car has only 20,000 miles, and the turbocharger is starting to go bad on it. So keep an eye on that turbo. Generally speaking, from what I've seen, if you want the most reliability, buy a car without a turbo. From what I've read and seen, I'm not a mechanic. I do watch Scotty Kilmer on YouTube, and I get some advice from him. I got his advice on buying a Lexus. Although I knew about Lexuses years ago. The first time I drove a Lexus, it wasn't for me. It was for one of my cousins. He was driving a Cadillac. After I drove the Lexus, I told him, take your Cadillac and flush it down the toilet. And this was like 25 years ago. So I knew something about Lexus cars, but yeah, keep an eye on that turbo. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's, inferior parts, bad quality control, but at least for GM cars, the turbocharged engines are pretty bad. One of my friend's daughters, they just got rid of a Chevy Cruze, I think it's called, with a 1.6 liter turbo engine, and they finally got rid of it. So you just keep an eye on that. Anyway, Tim, cheers. You baby the car, good, and you watch Scotty also. Yeah, he's done quite a few videos over the years. Not as many as I have. Thank you again for 3,000 videos last week. It's it's a lot of content. I just wish it wasn't under a pandemic, but it is what it is. But I'm very happy with my purchase for my son. I hope he takes care of it. Yeah, because clean cars are hard to find, especially nowadays, with rust and all that. So, yeah. Salute, Tim. The next time I go to Kroger's, I will remember to buy I keep forgetting to buy wine. Well, I guess you need food first. I remember the food. As soon as I get home, forgot the wine. Seltzer water. Cheers. Anyway. All right. So, yeah, here's the car again. The inside of the Lexus RX 350. Beautiful car. If you're in the market for a used car, and I am not being sponsored by Lexus or Toyota, I'm only speaking from my experience. Check it out. Beautiful car that could last hundreds of thousands of miles from what I've seen. All right. If there's anybody new in the chat wants to say hello, please do. David, how have you been? I think it's been a while since you have been on, right? I think. So again, I will try to do as many as these live shows as I can for the rest of this year. I don't know how many I'll be doing starting 2022. Before I forget, thank you for sticking around for all these years, 11 years, for 3,000 videos. Thank you for all of your contributions and donations that make the live shows possible, especially during these, last year and this year. It's been quite a ride. So, all right. Let's switch from car talk to, Tim's favorite topic, Windows 11. Just kidding. You know me. I like to make fun of Windows when I can, or anything, for that matter, as long as it's somewhat factual, or at least based on my tests. Windows 11 has to be the story of the year. I downloaded it in my 10-year-old machine through a registry hack that was posted by Microsoft themselves. I'm like, sure, not that they don't recommend you do it, but I did. It installed. The install process took only 3 hours. Now, to be fair, it's a 10-year-old hard drive, not an SSD. But still, it was 3 hours. I'm thinking, oh man, this is gonna wind up bad. To my surprise, it runs faster than Linux, than my GNOME Linux. Speaking of GNOME Linux, that has got to be one of the worst desktop environments in the last 10 years. GNOME Linux, GNOME 3 or GNOME Shell was born 10 years ago, and very little has changed. It's bad. Take a look at DistroTube's DT's test of it. Yeah. Anyway, I think Windows 11 based on my test. And now, admittedly, I don't use Windows that much. I use my Ubuntu, Mate, or Zorn, or my Chromebook 80% of the time. I don't use Windows that much. Windows 11 is good. It's faster. Yes, it is faster. It's easy to use. It looks great. So far, my brief tests, it's been very stable. It's the best Windows version since Windows 7. Look, you guys know me. I call it as I see it. When I'm ready to make fun of Windows 11, you'll be the first to know. But right now, I can't do it because I would be lying. And I'm not going to bash Windows just for the sake of getting likes or subscribers or whatever. It's got to be based in facts, at least in my test. So far, if you want to try Windows 11, try it. I'll give it a recommendation, at least to try. Yes, I know. Tim says Windows sacrilege. I don't use it that much, Anyway. I installed Windows 11, not that I really needed it. Windows 10 was fine. I installed Windows 11 because of curiosity. I was curious, and I was ready to make fun of it. But so far, I'm like, darn it, I can't make fun of Windows 11. But I will, when the time comes, just not today. Anyway, I've turned my fan. I got the furnace running. It's warm down here. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Tim. Yes, I definitely need more Carlo Rossi because I am out. So, yes. CFW's in the house. Happy Sunday to all. He says, nice car. Yeah, the car, for those of you who came in late, a 2007 Lexus RX 350. I originally bought it for myself. I gave it to my son because it was time to trade in his car and his mom was having issues. So it was the right thing to do. You know, with all that's been going on in the world today, not to be philosophical, but if each human did the right thing, I think the world would be a much better place. So, yeah. Anyway. Dan Kelly says Steam Deck, I think. So, Dan, are you going to get a Steam Deck? My Steam Deck is behind me. That's where I go to the bathroom and shower. Low spec is in the house. Ubuntu should have stuck with Unity. Yeah. Looking back, I would have to say absolutely, yeah. The plain GNOME desktop is, wow, it's bad. Yeah, makes Windows 11 look like gold. Hello, Lamer. All right, so you have Windows 11 in a VM with TPM, secure boot, RAM, check, bypass, enable. You still prefer Linux such as Fedora over Windows 11, but that's your opinion. Yeah, use what works. Like I said, I was able to install Windows 11 through a hack. I do not have TPM, was it 2.0? Yeah. Again, it's not recommended that you do that, but it's in a test machine. It's not something I would do to, do shows or video production, but it can be installed. Windows 11 can be installed in a machine that is not officially recommended or supported by Microsoft, but it can be done according to them. Just be careful. So, yeah. Lamer wants a Steam Deck. Okay. If you get one, let us know. I took a look at the specs of the new Linux phone, the PinePhone Pro. Yeah, PinePhone Pro. I think it's $399. You can take pre-orders now. The price is right. I think that's more competitive. There were two things I didn't like about it. One was a 720 screen, not good, and a 3,000 milliamp battery. That's really bad. That may not last you all day. If it wasn't for those two things, I think the PinePhone Pro would be an excellent deal. As it stands now, it's still a little bit overpriced for the specs. But if you guys get a PinePhone Pro, let me know, because I am curious. I'm all for another phone, alternative phone on the market based on pure Linux. There's just nothing out there that gets me excited. Tim says Windows is like Arch, unstable. Well, so far Windows 11 is not. So far. But I'll let you know. Gamers are sick of PC parts, shortages, high prices. Yeah. They are looking for something else. Yeah. I don't game that much on my PC, whether it's Windows or Linux. Usually it's my my Xbox. But look, for people who not heavy into gaming, try a Chromebook. I mean, Chromebooks, the higher end Chromebooks can game fine, but if you just want to get online to watch shows like this or whatever, check out a $200 Chromebook. It's plenty, and that thing will last you 5 years easily. In terms of updates, actually 6.5 years now. So, and you won't have to worry about ransomware or malware or stuff like that. The machines update automatically, yeah, just have to reboot once and you're good to go. You should be safe. Yes. Go Dallas Cowboys. They are off this week, a bye week. They are back next week, Tim. Yeah, they're hot. They got the second best offense in football? Something like that? Yeah, so. Yeah, Lamer wants a PinePhone Pro. Yeah. What's great about removable batteries? Yeah. You can have one fully charged and have some backups. Yes, that is nice to have. I just wish it didn't come standard with a 3,000 milliamp battery. That's not good. You know, if you're going to spend $400 on a phone or more, I believe it should have a minimum, like my this phone here. This is the Motorola G Stylus. This has a 4,000 milliamp battery. This I paid $250. But if you're going to spend $400 on a phone, it should have a minimum a 1080 screen and a 4,000 milliamp battery, based on market conditions. So Linux phones are getting there, but they're not quite there yet. Yeah, Chromebooks are awesome. Totally agree. Based off of Gen 2 Linux, of course. They the ones I use, man, they rock. Never crash, never a blue screen of death or whatever it is on a Chromebook, a white screen, I'm not sure. Never crashed. Always reliable. Super fast. Again, mainly run with, play video, stream music, stuff like that. Check the email news. That's primarily what I use it for, and they are, I don't have to worry about malware, ransomware, stuff like that. About as 100% secure as you can get. A Chromebook. Not privacy. That's two different things now. Yeah, DT says, now that's a big glass of wine. DT, cheers. That's bigger than me. I wish I had a 6-foot glass of wine. I was telling my friends, each time I go to the grocery store, I come home, I forget to buy the wine. So I have Kroger seltzer water, mango flavored. Yeah, anyway. DT, I enjoyed your look at the latest Ubuntu with GNOME, your favorite desktop environment. Made me laugh. Can you jumpstart your car with that phone? with this 4,000 milliamp battery? No. But my older Motorola phone, that has a 5,000 milliamp battery, it will jumpstart my car, yes. Hey, as Arnold says, I need more power, Tars, blah, more power. I mean, who wants a phone that dies in a day, right? So yeah. So if you're shopping for a phone, any phone, make sure it has at least a 4,000 milliamp battery. If not, you'll be charging it twice a day. So. Lamer says, finished installing Arch and was needing a drink. Only one drink? Come on, fess up. It was a 6-pack. You install Arch. Come on, that takes a 6-pack. Fess up. Don't lie here. I know when you lie. I have a lie meter, lie detector installed here. So when you guys stretch the truth, it goes. Vroom. Anyway, salute. And next weekend, I will remember to get wine. I keep forgetting. So much on my mind. Well, getting my son that car, that takes half of what's on my mind. I just hope he takes care of it. So, for those of you who came in late, I bought him a 2007 Lexus RX 350. Fair price, less than $10,000. And yeah, fun to drive, to say the least. Oh, you didn't install Arch. I was saying you finished installing Arch and you were needing. Oh, that no, I will. No. One thing I will never do on this channel ever is install Arch. Nothing against Arch Linux. I think it's great if you want total control. But yeah, since I cater more to beginners to Linux, if I started doing Arch videos, I probably wouldn't last long on this channel. Nothing against Arch, but that's not what I do. DT says, I'm going to cut back on drinking. I'll only allow myself one glass of wine a day. Of course, it's going to be a toss-sized glass. Oh, you mean like this size? Yes. That's a thought. Maybe someone should make a 6-foot size wine glass. You could drink out of it, take a bath in it if you're really drunk. Yeah, next weekend, if I remember, I got to go get my gallon of Carlo Rossi. Hey, Carlo, hey! Anyway, um, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I think Windows 11, based on what I've seen so far, that's got to be the tech story of the year. It's better than I thought, and I think it's the best Windows since Windows 7. So, call it as I see it. I might lose a few subscribers tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. So, they do make those size glasses. They're called fish bowls. Okay. Um, why not? Tim says, I'm drinking a 30 pack when it comes to Arch, but I love Linux and Arch is a great learning tool. Okay, cool. Yep, Arch is definitely a great learning tool. I've messed with Arch and Archbase in the past. There's nothing wrong to try it. It's just it's not what I do here. I'll leave the Arch distros to the Arch masters like DT. Yeah. You bought a Google Pixel 5a with the 4600 milliamp battery. They advertised this phone to last 2 full days. Okay, maybe. I got to go see the eye doctor at the end of this. I had to buy cheaters. When you look up close like this, I feel like the accountant. The guy from the IRS does this, then does this, right? Anyway, see, that's what happens when you hit 40 and above, So, anyway. Once you get past the initial Arch install, it's not that advanced. Just update often and reboot when you have a new kernel. Okay. Arch, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. I don't. But, yeah. I mean, what's the hottest Arch-based distro now? Arco Linux? I don't know. Maybe you guys know, or is it still Manjaro? But I think Arco Linux, right? Yes. Here's the DT, an awesome dude. All right. So Manjaro, Arco, Garuda. Archbase. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I tested Garuda Linux. I think that's more for beginners, right? If I'm not mistaken. And I thought it looked, if it's the one I'm thinking about, I thought it looked pretty slick. Popular is Manjaro because of Pine stuff. Okay. Low Spec says Manjaro has been good for you on a laptop. Okay. Yeah, the last time I tried Manjaro, it was a full install. It didn't do good for me. Some of you might recall my my jokes with Spatry from Spatry's Cup of Linux. I remember turning on the AUR, the Arch Useless Repository, the Arch User Repository. I remember turning it on. It says, "Warning: if you use this, your computer may blow up. You use this at your own risk." Okay, well, I turned it on, and that's when my computer went like this. So I did a video on it, and I think I told Spatry, now when I turned on the AUR, it gave me a flammable warning, but not to worry, I had a portable fire extinguisher. I just grabbed it like this, but I came prepared with a fire extinguisher. And Spatry said, you do not need a fire extinguisher to try Manjaro Linux. I couldn't resist. Garuda is interesting. It uses ButterFS, Zen kernel, and the fish shell. Okay. Timo MX and Antix as number 1 and 2. You're still on Ubuntu, right, Tim? Yes, it was an older video using Manjaro as a challenge. That was 5 years ago. I think it was a full install and on a ThinkPad. No virtual machine, just a full install test, as would any user, and it didn't work out. So that was the end. It was fast until it started freezing up and doing weird things. So I just gave up on it. Yeah, not for me. So I think I'll stick with Ubuntu based. Yeah, based off of Debian packages, stable packages. Of course, Debian has been around for years. So yeah, it just works. And my Ubuntu Mate and Linux Mints and Zorn OS 16 Pro, they just work. And like I said, if you're looking for something really flashy looking based off of GNOME that won't give you headaches, Zorn OS 16, they've done a magnificent job with the GNOME desktop. Garuda has a Dragon Eyes Gamer Edition that's cool, the KDE desktop, yeah. Yeah, it was 5 years ago for the Manjaro video, yes. Pop! OS is also done very good with the GNOME desktop. I wish they would call it Genome. It just gives them more authority. I use Genome. When we call it GNOME desktop, that's what a 2-year-old would say. Hi, sweetie. What do you think of Linux? Google Gaga Gnome. Google Gnome. I'm just saying. I like Genome. But yeah, Pop! OS has done very well with the GNOME desktop. Mark is in the house. Mark, salute. I'm out of wine tonight. That's why I got my fake glass over here. So, another one I'm going to try next. I know we had the releases of the Ubuntu family. We have the heads of the 5 Ubuntu families. We got Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Lubuntu, Zubuntu, and then the other one. So show some respect. Mark says super stable. Cheers. The Fire Dragon Browser. That sounds like a martial arts movie. Fire Dragon. At a theater near you. I am still in Ubuntu Mate. Yes, I am. I'm actually doing this live stream tonight on Windows 10. I took out 2 of my RAM sticks. The machine wouldn't power on or stay on. So it's either bad RAM or they were not seated properly. So what I did, I took out 2 of the RAM sticks that did not come with the Dell computer. I took those out. I reseated the 2 sticks that were original, the 2 4-gig sticks, rebooted. Everything seems to be running perfectly. So I'm scared to put the other 2 sticks of RAM in there. I don't do 4K video, so I think 8 gig, even with Windows 8, is okay. I do most of my editing in Ubuntu anyway, Ubuntu Mate. But so far, you can run quite comfortably Windows 10 if it's tuned up and tweaked quite comfortably with 8 gigs of RAM, because I'm doing that tonight. So, but can it upgrade to Windows 11? Well, officially, no. I don't have the TPM 2.0. I think I don't have it, but there is a bypass, and you can look it up on Microsoft's website. They show you, they give you instructions how to use a hack in the registry to upgrade to install Windows 11. Not recommended, but it can be done. So can I upgrade to Windows 11? Yes. 8 gig is fine. Yes. Yeah. For what I'm doing here, like I said, no heavy video editing. And like if I'm editing 720 video or something from a phone or 1080p, it's probably good enough. 8 gig. Yeah. So when I feel like it, I'll put the other 2 sticks of RAM in there and see what happens. But I don't know. Maybe one is bad. I don't know. Yeah, even in a VM, 8 gigs should be fine if you're not doing anything intensive like editing or stuff like that, or gaming. If there is anybody new in the house who wants to say hello, please do. I know, Mark, you haven't been in a while, right? Is David still with us? From the beginning of the show here. David, if you're still around, let me know. Let us know how things are going with you. I'll stick around a little bit longer. I'm looking at the split screen. Looks like the stream, no hiccups for tonight. It says excellent connection. I have to give Comcast credit. You know, it's pricey, but it works. That's why I haven't switched to anything else. I've almost had no issues with Comcast. So, again, thanks in part to your contributions, I was able to balance the budget this year for the channel. Basically pay off Comcast for the year, so thank you. If you would like to contribute for 2022, because I'm starting off with 0, there's some links below in the show notes or through Super Chats. And thank you again for making this year more tolerable amidst the pandemic. Mark says, busy with exams. I hear you, yeah. Checking my messages on my Moto G phone. Does anybody else have a phone with the stylus? I don't use this that much, to be quite honest, but it came with it. I just bought the phone because it was a good deal, you know. And but yeah, I don't use my stylus that much. Half the time I kind of forget about it. As we say in New York, hey, forget about it. I saw where the new Halloween movie, Halloween Kills, has done very well so far. I did see it. It was streaming on Comcast, on Peacock. What a name for a streaming service. Anyway, I saw it. Was it last week? Halloween Kills. I think my toaster is more suspenseful than that movie. If you want to know what the movie is about, it tells you in the title, Halloween Kills. It's a great Disney flick. Just kidding. Lamer says you're starting your university next semester. You graduate community college with Linux, studying Linux. Excellent. Yeah, cool. I am pretty much self-taught when it comes to Linux. Yeah. Started in 2006 with my first date with Ubuntu. And I've been with Ubuntu or Ubuntu based ever since. So if it wasn't for my curiosity, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys. So it's been quite a journey. Once again, thank you for 3,000 videos. It's when I look back, it's like wow. Anyway, thank you. Let's go. I'm gonna go here to the news, the Google News, and see what they have to say here. Looking at the split screen, looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let me transition. Put that there. I'm gonna go here. Let's see what's in the tech news briefly. Getting a new iPhone every 2 years is making less and less sense to me. Okay? A Georgia man used COVID-19 relief loan to purchase $57,000 Pokemon card. Wow. I don't know what to say. Let's see. Yeah, more deals. I believe Amazon has started some of their Black Friday specials, so you may want to check that out. And let's see what else we have here. Nothing really catches my eye. Garmin's smart watches are up to 52% off at Amazon for today only. Wow. That's a pretty good sale. Let's see. Let me scroll down to the end here. Hmm. Yeah, kind of a quiet day in news, at least on the Google Reader, feed reader here, news.google.com. Yeah, not much there. All right, let's go back here. Let's see. Spin Viking is in the house. Hello, Spin. People told you that Linux wouldn't be good for college and been told Chromebooks are better for college students than Linux. I was able to use Linux for all your classes except for class. Okay, cool. All right. The classes were MS Office, Excel, only Windows 10 and Command prompts. Got it. Mark says, unfortunately, you're not able to use Linux at your university to complete all the papers. It's an IT degree. Okay. Can you use Linux sometimes? Yeah, that's okay. Use what gets the job done, in my opinion. Whether it's Linux, Mac, or Windows, use what works. Ultimately, technology is all about making life as easy as possible. Because if it's a headache, then what's the point, right? That's how I see it. So, yeah. All right. Let's give this a 10-minute warning, and then we'll wrap it up here around 6 p.m. So I'm going to go have some dinner. Those of you who came in late, you can watch this on the repeat. I miss the pre-pandemic days. We would have a bunch of people on and, talk about everything. Until we get through this, it's just not the same. Yeah, and it's been a major pain in my kernels, and I know it ain't just me. So, anyway, I do my best to cheer things up, as it were. Doing these live shows and the news and nonsense. But yeah, it's for all the people out there going through this, I hope you're okay. First of all, and hang in there. I think by next summer, I think we'll be back to normal. I hope. But that's what my guts tell me, so yeah. Tim, you are still on Ubuntu, right? On that machine? On that custom-made machine, right? I haven't done these shows on the Sunday for a while. This is actually fun. I got nothing planned. I'm relaxed, even without the wine. I might do this again next Sunday. So yeah. You can't see, but I'm just chilling to the Weather Channel here to my left. Anyway. COVID kernel update due summer. Okay. Lamer's going to try to use Fedora for the university as well. Very good. Let us know how it works out. Now they're playing hockey thing on. I'm not a hockey guy. Hallmark. Let's see what's on the Hallmark channel. I'm a sucker for Hallmark. Christmas at the Plaza. Oh yeah, the Christmas shows are starting. Okay. And this is, I believe, filmed in New York, I believe. Okay, I guess I'll watch it. I love the Hallmark shows. Look, those shows will never end in an earthquake or a car wreck. It's all happy ending fantasy, and that's what we need now is more happy endings, right? It's all about the love. As Slim Man would say, my singer friend, it's all about the love. There is a COVID joke that Slim Man told me. It's, there's a new Italian COVID vaccine. But it's a suppository. It's called innuendo. It's clever. All right. Tim, got to feed mom. Very good. See how bad the Chicago Bears are getting beat. And yes, still on Ubuntu 20.04. Very good. LTS, yeah. The next release in 2022, I believe, is an LTS, isn't it? I think so, yeah. Tim, so there you go. Looking forward to see what that's all about. I wish they would drop GNOME, though. Just on my favorite desktop, but it is what it is, so yeah. They never delay rushing Christmas, Dan. Yeah. Well, they've had to start advertising early because of the supply issue. I caught something on the nightly news this past week saying, as far as the shipping channel out west in California, things will get back to normal product-wise in the spring. So we're probably looking at a good, I don't know, 6 months. But yeah, it does feel more rushed this year for a reason. Like I said, there seems to be a shortage of everything. You know, I talked about cars before when I started this live show, but it's nuts. Yeah, but it will get better, just not this year. So yeah, you know, hang in there. So. All right, is there anything else before I wrap this up for tonight? I wanted to thank everybody who stopped by. If you missed any of this, sorry I missed you. You can watch this in this entirety once I stop. And hope you get something out of it. You know, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I read all of your comments. I try to reply all of them, or most of them. And some of them are even quite entertaining. Thank you. Labor make GNOME look like Unity. You can customize Linux. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. So, absolutely. You know. Yeah. Waiting for that on the next release of Ubuntu. Yep. As far as the next Ubuntu LTS, Tim, if there's nothing special about it or different, probably keep with what you got. Keep that running. I would, you know, unless it's, you know, better, faster, something new with it. Probably keep what you have if it was me. Yeah, because upgrading isn't always necessary or recommended. But that's true for anything. So, yep, GNOME is customized well in Zorin and Fedora. Yes, it is. Have not tried Fedora, but Zorin is, like I said, Zorin is probably the best implementation of GNOME right now. And Pop is right up there from what I've seen and tested so far. So, yeah. Okay, it is 6 p.m. local time. Oh, yeah, I think we changed the clocks backward. Is it next week? Or maybe the following week. I have to look it up. But here in the States, for most of us, I believe the clocks go backward. Yeah, it's fall backwards, spring forward. So you may want to look it up. It's either next week or the following week. The clocks go back 1 hour on a weekend. That means an extra hour for the Total OS show. Thank Toss It's Friday show, right? All right, so like I said, I'll try to do as many live streams as I can from now until the end of this year. And, you know, those of you who can join, please do. You know, and let's have some fun. So, all right. I am done for this. I'm going to have my dinner. Maybe I'll shoot over to Kroger's and finally get the wine. If it's not raining, I have to look. So, but thank you for stopping by. Thank you for 3,000 videos. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me the honor of being a part of your lives. And hopefully I can continue to do it. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. And I will catch you on the next one. Arrivederci. Take care.